need a much better aviary, but none of us have the authority to approve the risky experimental one. I can try to get the new director on board with it, while you two handle things here.
Okay, new recruit, just you and me now. That was Dale, I'm Callie, and you are having one heck of an induction. The workforce on the island stands no chance against a hunter like the Mutadon. We need to tranquilize it ASAP, or our recruitment team will be working overtime.
The experimental aviary has been approved, but the new director is on her way here. Can't imagine she'll be happy. I mean, a breakout in her first week?
Yeah, well, welcome to Ile Saint-Hubert. Okay, it's down. Great work there. Deep breaths, everyone, and let's fix this. I have a working theory that the Mutadon keeps escaping because it knows it's penned in. It's a very intelligent animal. An open-air aviary should give it the illusion of open skies, though.
We just need to... Now we can build the open-air aviary where the old aviary used to be. We should make sure the workers have access to the hatchery. The open-air aviary uses a clever electromagnetic barrier which should keep the Mutadon contained. The barrier needs power to work, though, so I'll talk you through the island's geothermal power system. As you can see, the geothermal supply pipe distributes power through a series of underground pipes. Those pipes branch off in two directions at junctions called geothermal splitters. Pipe networks should always end with a geothermal generator. It's the generators that deliver power to nearby buildings and life-saving experimental aviaries. We can build a new power network to expand the facility later. But we need that aviary powered yesterday, so let's use the existing pipes for now. First, let's build a geothermal generator near the open-air aviary. Great. Okay, now we connect the generator to the underground power network via a splitter junction. Splitters only have two outputs, so find one with an unused output to pipe the generator into. You, my friend, just made your first geothermal power connection. And the open-air aviary is fully powered, so we can transport the tranquilized Mutadon into it.
O'Connor, what is that?
That, Miss Halford, is a Mutadon, an Ile Saint-Hubert original.
They didn't tell you what we work on when you became Director of Operations?
I knew it was a research and development site, but Mullins, I didn't even know this island existed until I was offered the position. These animals can't be for show at the park, right?
They're not show ready. No, ma'am. Not all research is a success in that sense, but there's a lot to learn from them.
Yes, I'm sure. I think I need a word with my superiors. Please, keep up your work, and I'll be back in touch soon.
Nothing is getting through that barrier, so we can finally relax a bit. Great work. The Mutadon may be hurt after its little adventure, though. Assign a ranger team to the open-air aviary, and they'll tell us what we need to do to make it comfortable. An aviary viewing gallery will also let workers observe it, so it's worth building one now, too.
While you're at it, new recruit, we should probably get into the paleobotanical weeds of why you were recruited here.
Yes. Well, there's a world-famous dinosaur theme park out there. You might have heard of it. We do the experimental work to keep that park in supply of incredible animals. The park are getting more demanding, though, and experimental work can be
The danger is over, and there are plenty of eyes on the Mutodon. We've got some breathing space. So, let's see what's next on the agenda. Until now, this area has operated mostly underground. Not for the faint of heart down there. Trust me. It's time to expand, and we've been given assignments for setting the place up as a research site. They're marked as priority assignments, meaning someone in charge wants us to deal with them ASAP.
There's just one assignment at the top of the list right now, so feel free to accept it whenever you're ready.
Oh, and don't worry if we're spending more than we're making for a bit. We need to lay a foundation first. Profits can come later. I said we'd get the chance to build a new geothermal power network, and here we are. Exciting, right? So, there's another geothermal supply pipe on this site with more power that we can access. So let's take a look at that first. Every site on the island has multiple geothermal supply pipes, each one providing a fresh reserve of power that we can tap into. By running that power through underground pipes and into geothermal generators, we can deliver that power wherever we need it. We can start our new network by building a geothermal generator nearby. Now we can connect that generator to the geothermal supply using underground pipes. As soon as it's hooked up, the generator will start powering nearby buildings. Great. Okay, so now we want to set up another generator in the area. For both generators to be piped up to the same supply, we'll need to place a geothermal splitter on the pipeline you just built. Go ahead and build a splitter now. Excellent. Now we can build another generator. That generator into the unused splitter output and watch the magic happen. And voila, 2 geothermal generators running from the same supply. Worth noting, splitters can only have one input pipe which splits into 2 output pipes. It's handy for branching out your network, but there is a gotcha. Whenever we split a pipe into 2, we also split the input power in half between each output. Use too many splitters, and you might not have the power you need coming out of a generator. So try not to overuse them. And that's pretty much it. You're basically a geothermal engineer now. Don't say you're one to an actual geothermal specialist, though. or you might find a pipe running through your accommodation in the morning.
Work is pretty self-directed here. Whenever you complete an assignment, feel free to pick the next one from your assignments list.
A critical part of any research site is having a crack team of scientists to handle various tasks. That's right. We need to go on a hiring spree. Of course, I tend to prefer machinery to people, and I'm pretty sure Callie prefers dinosaurs. That leaves you to make the judgment call on who to bring on board. Those new hires will do nicely. Great picks. Oh, and just so you know, it's sort of an unwritten policy here to never refer to a new hire as fresh meat. Let's not tempt fate, right? Still some priority assignments to go. Of course, we only have priority ones on us right now, but I guess managers just love labeling some things as more important than others. Like themselves. That was a joke. I didn't mean that. Right. We need to take care of the workers on the island. It should be your favorite kind of assignment because, well, if you hadn't noticed, you and I are two of those workers. Now, workers need somewhere to sleep, obviously, and you can keep them happy by building restrooms and shelters. Of course, those two can also include the same activities if the reason you're in the shelter is scary enough.
Don't be gross, Mullins.
Hey, people get scared. Wow, that all looks great. And if you've managed to save some of the fancier accommodations for yourself, I'm not going to judge, but I will need you to cut me in on it. No? Well, how about a luxury bunker? A decadent restroom? Wishful thinking. This area is really coming together. Nice job. Oh, and it looks like there's just one more priority assignment to deal with. But I'm sure plenty more assignments are coming when we finish that one.
The main facility is where InGen first set up shop on Ile Saint-Hubert, and now you get to expand it out. We'll need some crucial infrastructure to support that. You never know when illness or injury might strike. So let's start with a paleo-medical facility.
The park spent a small to moderate fortune on creating the Mutadon, so we especially want them to stay in good health.
Assign an MVU team to the aviary hatchery to keep an eye on them. Good work. Okay, now, we need dinosaur genomes to create dinosaurs, and the park will sometimes send us genomes when we wrap up assignments. But there's only so much they can send to a facility that doesn't technically exist. Build an expedition center, and we'll be able to gather genome from some lesser-used dig sites. You know, to avoid drawing attention to the whole secret island thing.
Recently, we managed to get funding for dedicated maintenance teams on the island. They can't fix years of neglected infrastructure, but they can keep things actually working, and I consider that a win. Details. My point being, let's build a maintenance facility to keep this newly established site running smoothly. And naturally, let's make sure they're covering all this new infrastructure by assigning them to maintenance posts.
Off to patrol. Keep an eye.
Look at that.
Recruit anymore. So, along with your new status of coworker, you've been assigned a handful of assignments. These ones aren't priority, but they're still important. Standard assignments are the bulk of our work, and they're how we prove we can be trusted to deal with the priority stuff. So, dear colleague, time for you to choose what we're working on next.
The park wants something special for display. And tell me, what's more special than family, huh? See, the species I've got in mind is actually a very distant cousin of us mammals, the Dimetrodon.
We've been asked for a specific trait, though, so we'll need to do some testing. That means synthesis, then observation.
Otherwise known as the old Paleo 1-2.
Genetic modification will improve our odds of getting the trait we need. That's done in the hatchery, before we actually synthesize the genome.
Okay, the island's quarantine site has been hit with a technical issue, and we've been drafted in to help. A group of dinosaurs are inbound, so we should probably expect a full smorgasbord of ailments.
Commencing asset transfer.
There we go. The animals are being flown in now. I feel for them. I hate traveling when I'm sick.
Transportation complete. Asset has been delivered.
Those poor things. We need to help them, whatever it takes. Let's see what we're dealing with first. Send an MVU team to perform a medical scan. Small herbivores are more prone to infectious diseases because they tend to have bigger herd sizes. Let's just count ourselves lucky none of these ailments are overly contagious.
problem.
Right. I'm not seeing any more ailments, so I think we've managed it.
Let's just keep an eye on things for a bit. Make sure we don't have flare-ups or anything. Whew, that could have been a lot worse. The team from our quarantine site appreciates you. And I'm sure those small herbivores do too. Keeping the animals happy while we study them isn't always easy. Sauropods, especially cohabitating ones, need a lot of space to thrive. And thriving is always the aim. New arrivals are inbound now, so let's start with meeting their needs, then tackle visibility later.
Asset has been collected. Asset delivery confirmed. Asset transported.
Before we reinvent the viewing gallery, let's try and improve visibility with the tools we have. It might reveal where we can improve things. Okay, I have an idea, but it's percolating. So gather some data while my breakthrough brews. work. And good photo, too. One for the staff room wall. Oh, and I do have an idea to help us study animals in huge enclosures. All the best ideas are inspired by nature, and this one comes from our long-necked assets themselves. We can research that whenever, but for now, let's wrap this assignment up.
Control relinquished.
Alrighty. Most of our funding comes from assignments, but we'll only be losing money if we don't maintain a site's economic engine too. Workers are key to that. To bring more workers to the site, we need animals with high enough research appeal to justify those workers spending their time here.
More workers also gets us more funding, and money is always handy to, pay for things we need.
So, more interesting animals equals more workers, which also equals more cash. Everybody wins. Couple of funding pointers that I didn't mention before.